another brand new episode here on Market Gardener and FS25. Yes, I've finally figured out how to introduce every episode of this series. Fantastic. So, how are we all doing? Hope you're all having a great day. Mine's not going too bad, thank you very much for asking. And as you can see, we're just taking the last remnants of ingredients to the canning factory, where we will be making our kimchi. Kimchi. I'm sure that was very racist in a lot of languages. Oops. Anyway, hopefully the two lovely ladies that watch my videos will pass that, and you'll get to see it. If not, anyway, let's have a look. So we're out of veg. We're just making kimchi now. We are now out of veg, but look, as luck would have it, we have now reached August, and we have reached harvest time. So we've just got this to drop off, and then we've got, as I say, we've just got these. Well, these to pick up and drop off. We'll sell these here. That'll be fine. We'll be generous, and we'll give to charity. We'll give to the farmers market. We're right here. We may as well. So we'll just let them have that little bit. And yeah, as I say, we are going to be combining our wheat and our sorghum, and then we have our vegetables to harvest. So with the vegetables, so harvest is going to be split over 2 episodes, I think. Well, I know actually, because the veg does take quite a while to harvest, because it obviously just does. But yeah, so we will, as I say, today we'll be harvesting our wheat and sorghum, and we may well get started in the veg. I don't know how long all of that's going to take. And then, as I say, in the next episode, we will then try and get the rest of our veg harvested and finished, and we'll be on to getting ready again for next year. So yes, the farming year certainly does soon turn around a year, doesn't it? That is for sure. But that's what the plan is for today. As I say, I've sold off all of the produce from the greenhouses and the kimchi from the canning factory, all the veg from the canning factory as well. But as I say, we have ran out of that now, so there's going to be no more veggie sales until after we get the fields harvested. And as I say, they are ready. So every field that we own now is ready to be harvested. So we will crack on with that without further ado. The chickens are doing fantastically well. So they've still got plenty of food, and they're still producing eggs, but they are only small chickens at the moment, and so therefore they're not producing a massive amount of eggs, but alternatively they're not eating a massive amount of food. So swings and roundabouts on that one. It won't matter after we get the harvesting done, sorry. It won't matter then how much sort of food they want to take, but we have kind of been sort of rationing a little bit, just because as I say, I didn't want to run out of food before harvest, but we're not going to be doing that now. We're not going to be running out of food, so that's really, really good. So yeah, anyway, we'll tab over to the store. There we go. And I had a look through the sale. There's not really much in here that we could, maybe that. I mean, that would be nice one day. That would be really nice. That would be really nice. I could just literally go through. Not gonna, but I could do. But what we do need today is a header for our combine. And if we can't remember which, is it that one? No. It must be that one then. Yeah. So if we buy that, go back, go there, and then buy that, and then hopefully we can change the colour. We'll have it class colours just because why not. And then the wheels, yeah, hardy red. That's the closest you can get to class as far as I can sort of tell, or it's the colour closest to for it being acceptable for me to load on, to have on the wheels. Anyway, we'll get the header onto the trailer and we will get off to the field. So we will harvest our wheat first. Now with our wheat and our sorghum, we will be trailing because we will. So we did in the last episode, I do believe it was. We did the, as my dad's friend would say, the hoss hay. But in English, we did the horse hay. What we will do is we will bale the straw in that way. As soon as the conventional baler, and the I think it's called the packer, isn't it? The multi-packer, I think it's called. As soon as that comes available in the shop, in the sale, then we'll buy them, and that'll be a cheap way of doing it for us. And then, as I say, we can keep selling them then at our little stall, which is fantastic. Because obviously it just brings in a little bit of extra money. Not that we really need the extra money at this precise moment in time, although I have noticed a considerable drop down in money that we're getting for our produce. So putting it onto hard really has worked, because it honestly, it was like getting ridiculous. I didn't realise it was on easy. I think what I'd done was, I think I'd been sort of I'd obviously been doing a comparison, with something, and I'd sort of turned it back to easy to do the comparison, because I'd probably sold it on hard, and then I must have done medium, and then I would have done, easy, and then to see what the price disparity was. Because I have been kind of contemplating doing a few videos, like you see, hundreds of them coming out, what's the difference, and doing a few myself, because there's a few little things that I seem to have kind of found that no one else has really, well, I've not seen anyone mention. So I kind of sort of thought, well, actually, I might do a couple of them myself. The problem is every time I go to do them, I just they just don't feel right, and I sort of, it feels a little bit below standard, and then I sort of kind of think, well, I'm not really prepared to put a video out, that's sort of below what I deem acceptable. And to be honest with you, the two that I've tried to do, I wouldn't sit and watch, so I'm definitely not putting them out there for other people to sit and watch. That's the sort of goal that I kind of, or the mantra that I live with. When I produce a video, I get it all produced, I then sit and watch it, and if I can't watch it till the end, I don't expect nobody else to. The only thing with that is, and a few people have pointed this out to me, and gone, yeah, but what you might not like, someone else will love. So you have to be a bit careful with that. The best way to do that is to give it to a few people privately, let them watch it, and then come back and say, nah, that was as boring as hell, and then see what the consensus is. But so I don't know. I might put them out, but at the moment I haven't. But I think that's why it got put onto easy. Was I was doing a comparison, just a little experiment for myself, and as I say, that was why I'd done it that way. Sorry, I completely lost my train of thought because the doorbell went. All right, we'll get down here. Ah, do you know what? There is always a bloody car when you don't want one. At least he had the decency to wait and not get too close. Alright, we'll get that on, and then what I'll do is I'll switch over to a little bit of time lapse, and we will go from there. And we will get this harvested. Like I say, I think this is wheat. I'm sure it's wheat. Looks like canola. Yeah, it is wheat. And that will also then allow us to hire the mill, and then we'll be able to get this turned over to flour. Getting it turned over to flour means we'll start to be able to make our bread, so we'll be able to hire the not only the mill but also the bakery, and yeah, productions will start, of course. But anyway, as I say, I'm going to switch over to a little bit of time lapse to get this done, and the sorghum too, and then I will be back with you guys. So I'll see you in a bit. So I'm back. Haha. Right, we have done pretty well. We've got the wheat, as you saw, harvested. There was quite a bit actually off that little field, so I was quite pleased with that. And we've now, but for a breed and a half, got the sorghum harvested too. Thankfully, that will all go in this trailer, I think. It should do. So that will be fantastic. To get that in there and to go in one load, but that's going back to the farm anyway, so we've no need to worry about that going to the mill, because as I say, that's going back to the farm. We need to put that into store for our chickens. Those chickens are up to something. I absolutely love Chicken Run. It's my all-time favourite film. Well, animated film anyway. I don't know about all-time favourite film, but animated film. Absolutely, I love Mr. and Mrs. Tweedy. I just think they are absolutely bloody awesome. Growing up, I knew a Mr. and Mrs. Tweedy. They were my nan and granddad. And honestly, when I watch them, Mr. Tweedy is the spitting image of my granddad, and Mrs. Tweedy's sort of attitude and complete dominance over everything is my nan. Is honestly, and as I say, I just love the film in general. But I do love Mr. and Mrs. Tweedy. Yeah, they're as I say, fantastically well animated and scripted, and as I say, the whole thing, I just love it. But yeah, so we've got this done. As I say, we'll get these two fields baled in the next episode, and then we'll also get the I lost my train of thought again. We will then get the vegetables harvested. There we go. I said the word without thinking about it. See, as soon as I think about it, I can't say it. If I just say it like that, I can say it. But if I was to try and say it now, I wouldn't be able to pronounce vegetables. See, I don't know why. I mean, everyone's always called me weird and special, so I guess that explains quite a lot. But yeah, so we'll get them, as I say, baled, and then we'll get them started. And as I say, harvest will go over sort of 2, maybe 3 videos, and then we're back into the selling of our produce until our bread gets made, so that we can then sell our bread in our farm shop. And yeah, but that's combining done for this year. I'm thinking about, actually, I need to say this as well. Been thinking about this while I've been harvesting and going up and down. I'm thinking about buying 2 more fields so that we can grow plenty of flour, or plenty of grain to make flour. Well, that's only just going to fit in there, but it is going to fit, thankfully. Yeah, so as I say, I might buy another 2 fields. If I do buy those other 2 fields, that will extend the harvesting sort of videos for another video or 2, because as I say, they're not that far away from the farm. Every field that we buy is going to be not far from the farm. We're not sort of aiming to own the map in this series. In actual fact, in all fairness, every series that I've tried to do that is I've ended up, either the series hasn't been all that well watched, and so then I've just sort of kind of stopped recording it, because I've had a couple of series that started off really, really well, and then they were getting sort of 2, 3, 4s and 5 views, and I thought, well, clearly people aren't watching, so we may as well put our efforts into videos and series that people are watching, i.e. 1950s Farm, although some people seem to get most of the episodes of that come up in their feeds, and then they miss a couple, and sort of I had a message from someone the other day that just said, like, why are you not recording that no more? And I'm like, I am. And they're like, no, there hasn't been an episode since, and it was like 8 or 9 episodes previous. And I was like, there has. Just go into and look at my playlist, the playlist I am doing the videos, 3 every week, without fail. And so it wasn't being recommended, and I had a few people that kind of sort of come back to me and said, well, odd, I've just been into your playlist and I can see that you're recording 1950s Farm, but I'm not being recommended the videos anymore, so the algorithm and myself, I've obviously fallen out again. But yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to get this inverter. We will need another tractor for that, so we'll put that on there. I haven't forgotten about the farm build here, or not a farm build as such, but I haven't forgotten about the work we want to do in there. But obviously earning money is our main priority, because we are a business, and harvest comes along, harvest needs to be completed, and it's all that sort of stuff, but I haven't forgotten. Whether the beehives do go in there or whether the beehives do go somewhere else, because I've kind of found somewhere else where they might be more suitable. So we'll wait and see on that one, but I don't know why this elevator moves so much as it does, but it does do. But what we'll do is we will... I don't think we're going to be able... Well, we could have it at an angle, I suppose. We could have it at an angle. Fairly certain, James, you wouldn't drive around with that swinging from side to side. But there we go. In actual fact, I'm not able to turn as good as I want to turn, so I will just fold that in. Does it not? Ah, there we go. Alright. Let's see if now we can maneuver it. I do want to keep the elevator on the tractor this time to try and stop the elevator from moving around. It's going to be interesting on whether we can do that. I don't think we can, because unless this will lower, will it? Yeah, this will lower. Oh, that's okay. We've got more of a chance again now. Right. I apologise if this makes you feel a bit seasick, but we've got to zoom out because I want to be able to see the... I've got to be able to see the top. Right, that looks about favourable. Can I? Yeah, I can operate that from the tractor. I didn't need to get out. Alright, if we put that about there, get out of the tractor. I'm assuming in real life, because again, we don't really have anything like this in the UK, or not widely anyway, and I've certainly never seen anything like this in operation. We have the Grimmy conveyor belts, and we load stores like that with potatoes and grain and stuff like that, but we don't have nothing like that that goes right up over bins. Our bins that we have, we tend to have, for the want of a better expression, a gridded floor, and we tip it in there, and then elevators take it up to the top of the bin. So I'm assuming that you would keep a tractor on there. But I don't know for sure. But anyway, we'll see if they'll fit side by side. They should do. The other thing we need to do is to make sure that we've got the grain door selected because obviously we don't want the back door to come open. And then we should just be able to put that straight in there, hopefully. Again, in real life, I'd have the trailer tipped up considerably already because, you know, I would want to be able to see the elevator from where I am. I'm not sure whether that's going to hit. It's not. Hopefully that's going in. Looks as if it is. Can't tell. Yeah, it is. So that's filling the bin up. But surely putting the tractor on should stop the elevator from moving so much. You just have to be really careful, obviously, that you don't reverse into it. Has it moved? Because that seemed to stop emptying first, or, you know, stop filling first. Let's just grab hold of it and do that. And perhaps it did empty. Alright. Yeah, I think that emptied. Anyway, that was riveting TV, wasn't it, people? Watching a clueless British person try and fill a bin. All the Americans, Australians and Canadians and all the other countries that do that as part of everyday life are watching me there going, what on earth's he doing? Anyway, it's in. So that's the harvest, the grain harvest completed. As I say, next episode we will whack. Oh, it's in the shed. We will whack the veg harvester on, and we will go and get some veggies harvested. I've also got the greenhouses to empty for today as well, but they're okay because they're not, well, they are and aren't producing all that much. Yeah, but they are doing very well. But as I say, so the two fields that I was thinking about buying just very quickly before I end today's episode are these two fields down here. So it's this one here. Actually hasn't got anything on it, so this won't extend harvest at all, or it did have, and they've now cultivated the ground. But this one and this one and this field here, which got peas on it, yeah, and they're ready to harvest, but we won't be harvesting them because I'm not hiring a pea viner to harvest them. So I won't mind that one, this one, and possibly even this one as well if it isn't too much money. It does look like we've got a combinable crop in this one that we'll be able to take advantage of. But as I say, I will keep the field. I don't flip fields. There's a canola in here as well. So as I say, we can sort of do that as well. But I think these 3 fields added with the fields that we've got down there now and then just up there, I think that will be quite nice, because these 3 fields will add fields, you know, for us to grow enough grain, wheat, to produce, you know, a lot of flour, which in turn will produce bread all year round. Not only that as well, but obviously I want to get more chickens. Let's just tab over. I want to get more chickens. So that's going to be a you know, sort of a priority once they get grown up and once they get producing eggs at a nice steady rate. As I say, I want to produce, I want more chickens, but as you can see, they're only chicks at the moment, so they're not really doing nothing. They are producing eggs, but next to no eggs. You know, so as I say, like, but they will improve, and then we'll have chicken runs going all the way down there, and then chicken runs coming all the way back down here, and there might even be enough room to put some in the middle. I don't know, but we'll certainly look at that, you know, closer to the time. But yeah, anyway, thanks ever so much for watching this episode. I'm going to end it here. And I really appreciate every single view that I get, and you know, and every comment that I get as well. So, you know, thank you to everyone that does comment. Thank you to all the people that do watch my videos. I do genuinely really appreciate it. And all that's left for me to say is thanks ever so much for joining me in this episode, and I can't wait to see you on the next one. Bye for now.